Hey NFL fans, before we dive into today's hottest stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update from NFL News Now. The NFL world has been rocked in a whirlwind of chaos this week, and it seems like nothing will ever be the same again. Reports are surfacing that the Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles, and Dallas Cowboys are all embroiled in unprecedented internal conflicts, leaving fans stunned and analysts scrambling to make sense of the turmoil. Sources close to the teams claim that rivalries have turned into outright betrayals, with key figures allegedly leaking sensitive information to opposing sides. The rumor mill is in overdrive, and the sheer audacity of the alleged actions has left even the most seasoned insiders questioning the integrity of these franchises. At the heart of the storm is a tangled web of personal grudges, locker room politics, and questionable decisions from front office executives, creating a perfect breeding ground for betrayal. Social media has exploded with speculation, with some claiming that alliances are shifting overnight and players are choosing loyalty based on convenience rather than team spirit. If these whispers are true, the ripple effects could extend far beyond the field, affecting draft strategies, trade negotiations, and even coaching decisions in ways no one could have anticipated. The tension is palpable, and every fan and commentator is waiting for the next bombshell revelation. Whispers indicate that the initial sparks of this chaos began behind closed doors during what was supposed to be a routine strategy meeting. Insiders claim that a high-ranking executive from the Commanders allegedly shared confidential scouting reports with a rival team, igniting a chain reaction of mistrust and paranoia that has now engulfed three of the league's most storied franchises. While specifics remain murky, sources insist that this act of betrayal has shattered long-standing alliances, with coaches and players reportedly questioning each other's loyalty and intentions. Observers note that tensions have escalated so rapidly that normal protocols and professional courtesies seem to have evaporated entirely, leaving an atmosphere reminiscent of a high-stakes chess game where every move could spell disaster. Compounding the situation, some star players are rumored to be secretly negotiating side deals or expressing dissatisfaction with management, further fueling the fires of suspicion. Analysts are scrambling to decipher whether these conflicts are purely personal or if they signal a deeper, structural issue within these organizations. The drama has spilled into public forums, with fans debating fiercely online, dissecting every tweet, and reading into every gesture, creating an echo chamber of speculation. If these allegations hold any weight, the league may face consequences far beyond just shifting team dynamics. Meanwhile, sources hint that the Cowboys, usually seen as a disciplined and tightly knit unit, have not escaped the maelstrom unscathed. Behind the glossy exterior of professional composure, insiders allege that internal rifts have erupted, pitting veteran players against emerging talents in a bitter tug-of-war for influence. Rumors suggest that these disputes are not limited to the locker room, as management decisions are reportedly under intense scrutiny and criticized for favoritism and questionable judgment calls. Fans have noticed subtle tensions during recent games, interpreting minor conflicts on the field as symptoms of a much larger issue brewing behind the scenes. Industry insiders warn that the public may only be seeing the tip of the iceberg, with far more serious confrontations occurring in private meetings, strategy sessions, and informal player gatherings. Social media speculation has intensified, with hashtags trending, fan accounts dissecting video clips, and sports commentators offering increasingly dramatic interpretations of events. The underlying narrative, according to sources, is one of betrayal and opportunism, as individuals allegedly prioritize personal gain over team success, risking both reputation and career stability. The situation is evolving so rapidly that even seasoned NFL reporters admit to struggling to keep pace with the twists, turns, and emerging narratives, leaving the league in a state of near-constant uncertainty and apprehension. Insiders claim that the Eagles, historically known for cohesion and resilience, are also facing internal turmoil that could redefine their upcoming season. Allegedly, a faction within the team is actively working to undermine leadership decisions, creating confusion and tension during critical preparation periods. Observers suggest that certain high-profile players may be leveraging their influence to sway team strategy in ways that could benefit them individually, rather than the collective goal, intensifying the perception of discord. Analysts are warning that if these rumors are substantiated, the Eagles could face not only performance issues, but also a long-term reputational impact, as fans and sponsors watch closely. Sources describe a climate of whispered conversations in hallways, clandestine phone calls, and unspoken threats, painting a picture of a locker room in constant flux. Media outlets are buzzing with speculation about how these dynamics might affect upcoming games, draft plans, and even potential trades, with some insiders hinting that entire coaching philosophies may be under reconsideration. The mounting tension within Philadelphia has sparked heated debates across sports talk shows, with commentators attempting to piece together a coherent narrative from fragmented reports and anonymous claims. Every minor slip, perceived slight, or controversial statement is now magnified, feeding the rumor mill and escalating the drama to levels rarely seen in the league's recent history. Adding fuel to the fire, insiders report that communication breakdowns among executives, coaches, and players are worsening the chaos. Allegedly, crucial messages have been ignored, meetings postponed indefinitely, and conflicting strategies implemented simultaneously, leaving everyone uncertain about priorities and responsibilities. This lack of alignment reportedly exacerbates personal grievances, amplifies mistrust, and creates a volatile environment where minor incidents can spiral into full-blown crises. Fans have started noticing unusual patterns in game performance, interpreting miscommunications and errors as symptoms of deeper organizational dysfunction. Analysts speculate that if leadership fails to regain control, the teams could face long-term consequences, including player departures, coaching upheavals, and reduced fan engagement. Social media users are dissecting every public statement and body language cue, attempting to confirm or debunk the swirling rumors, contributing to an ever-growing sense of frenzy. The atmosphere, according to insiders, resembles a pressure cooker where tension and speculation threaten to explode at any moment, with each new rumor adding weight to an already heavy narrative. Observers warn that without swift, decisive action, the consequences could reverberate throughout the entire league, impacting rivalries, league standings, and even media coverage, leaving a lasting mark on NFL history. Speculation suggests that behind all this turmoil lies a strategic power struggle where personal ambitions and rivalries intersect in dangerous ways. Allegedly key figures within the Commanders, Eagles, and Cowboys are maneuvering behind the scenes, attempting to consolidate influence and manipulate outcomes to suit their interests. Sources hint that these maneuvers may involve secret alliances, coordinated leaks, and subtle psychological tactics designed to destabilize competitors, creating an environment where trust becomes a scarce commodity. Industry experts point out that such behavior, if confirmed, could redefine the meaning of professionalism in the league, forcing teams to reassess how internal communications, leadership accountability, and player dynamics are managed. Social media speculation has created a feedback loop, amplifying tension as fans and pundits debate potential motives, hypothetical scenarios, and consequences, often turning minor incidents into sensational headlines. Rumors suggest that even seasoned coaches are grappling with navigating this complex web of alliances and betrayals, attempting to maintain authority while avoiding being drawn into covert conflicts. The unfolding saga is being closely monitored by league officials, who reportedly remain cautious, wary of public backlash, and concerned about the potential damage to the NFL's reputation, signaling that this story is far from reaching a resolution and may continue to evolve unpredictably. Rumors continue to swirl that the intensity of the conflict between the Commanders, Eagles, and Cowboys is reaching levels previously unseen in the NFL. Sources suggest that the atmosphere within these teams has become increasingly toxic, with locker rooms described as fragmented and leadership struggling to maintain cohesion. Allegedly, players are forming unofficial factions, choosing allegiances not based on team loyalty, but on personal gain and strategic advantage, heightening the sense of unpredictability and mistrust. Insiders claim that the tension has extended beyond internal dynamics, influencing in-game decisions, practice routines, and even player morale, creating a domino effect that may impact performance on the field. Social media has erupted with speculation, fan theories, and supposed insider leaks, each one amplifying the narrative of betrayal and chaos. Analysts warn that the psychological toll on players could be significant, as constant suspicion and uncertainty make focus and teamwork increasingly difficult to sustain. Moreover, sources hint that some veterans may be considering early exits, trades, or even public statements to assert their positions, adding another layer of volatility to an already fragile environment. If the rumors hold any truth, the coming weeks could see dramatic shifts in team composition, strategy, and the overall power balance within these franchises, leaving the NFL landscape in a state of near-constant suspense and anticipation. Keep watching as we analyze more details about some rumors. Whispers suggest that the Commanders are at the epicenter of the current storm, with insiders alleging that a series of questionable decisions has triggered a cascade of internal mistrust. Allegedly, communication breakdowns have left players feeling ignored and undervalued, with certain stars accused of leveraging their influence for personal advantage rather than team cohesion. Analysts speculate that management may be complicit in some of these disputes, either through neglect or deliberate strategy, further complicating the internal dynamics. Social media speculation has only amplified the perceived tension, with fans scrutinizing every minor detail, from sideline interactions to post-game interviews, searching for evidence of alliances, disputes, and betrayals. Sources claim that the friction has now permeated every layer of the organization, from executives and coaches to the youngest rookies, creating an environment in which trust is rare and skepticism is the default mindset. Observers warn that the potential long-term consequences could include roster instability, shifts in coaching philosophy, and a lasting impact on the team's public image, especially if the narrative of internal chaos continues to dominate headlines. The Commanders' internal battles are reportedly so intense that industry insiders are treating the situation as a case study in how high-profile rivalries can escalate into organizational dysfunction. Meanwhile, sources hint that the Eagles are navigating their own treacherous waters, with internal disputes allegedly intensifying under the surface despite a public image of professionalism. Reports suggest that subtle conflicts over leadership decisions, player roles, and game strategy are contributing to an environment in which whispers carry more weight than official directives. Analysts speculate that factionalism may be influencing critical on-field decisions, creating friction between coaching intentions and player execution, a dynamic that could manifest as inconsistent performance during high-stakes games. Social media chatter supports this narrative, with fans dissecting video footage and analyzing interviews for signs of discord, turning minor incidents into magnified symbols of deeper unrest. Insiders allege that certain high-profile athletes are leveraging their influence to shape team dynamics according to personal preferences, further undermining cohesion and leadership authority. The cumulative effect, according to sources, is a team constantly negotiating hidden agendas, trust issues, and unspoken rivalries, creating a psychological pressure cooker that could affect morale, performance, and long-term strategy. If the rumors are accurate, the Eagles may face challenges that extend beyond the season, with ramifications for player retention, management credibility, and the perception of the franchise in the wider league. Rumors have it that the Cowboys are also facing internal tension, with some reports suggesting that long-standing rivalries among veterans have escalated into open confrontation behind closed doors. Allegedly, emerging players are strategically positioning themselves to gain influence, while management struggles to maintain control over a team divided by personal agendas and perceived slights. Analysts warn that the public may only be witnessing the surface of a much more complex internal drama, where informal alliances and whispered strategies dictate interactions in ways invisible to the casual observer. Social media has amplified the perception of instability, with fans intensely scrutinizing body language, sideline behavior, and pre-game rituals for evidence of discord. Sources indicate that this level of internal conflict could result in drastic measures, including shifts in coaching tactics, trade rumors, and potential disciplinary action, all while the league monitors the situation cautiously. The rumors suggest that if internal rivalries continue unchecked, the Cowboys risk not only losing cohesion, but also damaging their competitive edge, creating ripple effects that may influence rival teams and playoff dynamics. The narrative of betrayal and opportunism reportedly extends beyond the field, infiltrating meetings, strategy sessions, and informal player interactions, ensuring that the atmosphere remains tense, unpredictable, and increasingly volatile. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow NFL fans. Stay tuned for more updates, only here on NFL News Now.